And then let me move this over.
Hi, hi, hi.
Hello, hello, hello. It's preparing.
I go to Facebook Live on the way there.
And once I'm on, you could share it to your page.
How?
Share. Okay, just hang on. Let me gautim this and then we can look at it. Sales, wiring, specialist.
I will go to your page.
Okay. Go live. And let's see. Okay, we can hear Claire's voice.
Hello, everyone. So exciting, Andrea.
Yeah.
What session is this today?
It is exciting day. Just let me get this excitement up a little bit more by sharing it to my page. And Claire, perhaps you want to share it to your page as well from my business page. Whoa.
I go to Andrew Chow Coaching, right?
Yep, and then you can share that onto yours. I need to shut everything else down. All right.
Live. Okay.
All right.
Turn on live. Share. Watch us live.
All right. So we are found on all three places. Okay.
It's too early. Let's sing a song.
Yes, Claire, what song would you like to sing today?
What song would I like to sing today? What is a motivational song? You know, when you feel down sometimes, it's like your anchoring song. What's the song? When you
Hero?
sing? Hero.
Hero is one. My son's favorite, You Raise Me Up.
Raise me up.
Okay, let me send my singer here. Come.
Sing together with him.
Yeah, let's sing together. You Raise Me Up.
You raise me up.
Louder lah.
Okay.
You raise
Me up. You raise me up when I am on my shoulders. You raise me up to know that I've been seen. I am strong when I am on my shoulders. You raise me up tomorrow I can be.
Whoa. There you go.
Wow, how timely, Andrea, because this song, whenever I hear this song, I usually think of my parents, and today, 26th October, is my dad's birthday. He's 78
Happy
years old.
birthday! Happy birthday! Happy birthday to
Sudoku King. So we are still early. Let's see who's online.
Yep, let's have a look. Oh, okay. Hi, Michelle. Thank you. And Michelle saw us singing.
Hi, Michelle. Yes. All of us can sing. All of us.
We definitely can. Nothing stops us.
You know, I really love coming on live Facebook weekly because of the energy, not only that we can give, but we can receive, we can share.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Yep.
So you're not lonely anymore. You're not lonely.
You are not alone.
Okay, let's do this. You are not alone. I am here with you.
you.
Though you're far away, I am here to stay. You are not alone.
Okay, you're definitely not alone.
Definitely. Wiring specialists are here for you. Always ready to support your sales growth. You are not alone.
All right.
Thank you, Christine.
Thank you, Christine. Thank you
Yeah,
for coming in.
And Andrea's son is called Andrew.
Andrea, we have got Andrew at home that sings, and he loves singing all these songs.
Thank you, Michelle. Share.
Thanks. Thank you, Michelle. Michelle, very, very talented lady.
Yeah.
All right.
I am here to stay. Yeah, Christine can do a show. You got talent.
Woo! And we'll bring Christine along.
Christine, you got talent.
Yep.
I am here to stay.
Claire, why do you
Yeah,
have two different backgrounds today?
very interesting. Okay, why don't you share first? Why are we having two different backgrounds today?
Okay, so we have the bulb that's from the last episode. And that's where the lighted bulb that makes the signature of the wiring specialist together with the wires that you brought in. And then we've got another picture today.
For those of you first time watching the wiring specialist live show, we are here to light up your light bulbs.
Specifically, sales light bulbs.
Sales light bulbs. Yes.
And especially at the heart of any organization or any business at all, it is about profit.
Profits.
And profits comes from sales activities.
And also productivity, because with productivity, you will get your profitability. You can scale up your business, whatever you're in.
And when you talk about this thing called productivity, I want to relate to the other picture, which is the one with the navigation.
Yes, the one behind you is like the GPS.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us more, navigation.
So if imagine you going on the Grab right now.
Grab.
You turn on that app.
On.
You have a from and you have a to. So you know where the driver will pick you from, and you know where you're heading to.
Yes.
Do you have that goal in your career or your business?
Because if you don't put the from or the to, you can never get a Grab service.
Correct.
You don't know where you want to go.
You can't click that button.
You don't even know the price. You won't know the value.
Yeah. So how many times in our lives where when we wake up, we actually do not have that to?
Honestly, yeah.
You can very quickly put a from by just turning on that GPS. It's just towards where you want to head. You have got to key it in.
Honestly, there are a lot, I think recently, where a lot wake up like a zombie. Because honestly, I was a zombie before also. You know, we wake up and okay, what do we have to do today? Where are we gonna go? And it's been set and it's been, if I look back, it's been 15 years doing the same mundane thing. Doing the same mundane thing without a conscious effort, knowing where we are at, no awareness, because sometimes don't want to know. Because if I know, I get stressed or I get into depression, for example, and just go on with life. What happens?
What happened?
Honest conversation.
What happens during this pandemic that we have learned? Do we have a navigation or do we have a destination where we actually control our own economy?
Controlling our own economy. Just last week, a recap what we were talking about.
Last week, we actually spoke about the importance of having the wire and the light bulb, meaning that you're talking about customers, you're talking about leads, you're talking about sales. Okay. This week, we actually moved on a little bit further, talking about not just the skill sets on the sales and how you actually deal or work with your customers, but we're talking about your life destinations or even your business goals here.
And there's a big gap, Andrea, because a lot of time, especially in sales or any business, we get excited. We see the big picture. Wow, we can earn so much money. Wow, we're going to do this and we can earn this and that. And then what they say, reality hits. Few months pass and what happened? I thought I was going to earn this amount, or even worse is like you say, like the COVID, the pandemic, when it hit, is like totally caught everyone off guard. And I mean, until today, and we don't even know what's going to happen next, if you are still going to be just stuck.
I came across some friends that took the March 18 as a long holiday until the mid end of July.
Mm.
And of course, thinking that, hey, life could be a little bit more normal after the July opening up and schools reopens and things like that. Little did we probably ever expected that the September coming home again.
But then what happens? So that is why both of us, Andrea and myself, we also pivot our business,
Yep.
put our passion together, come up with sales wiring specialists to help all the wires out there, wires. And I see today we have someone all the way from Nepal. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, Bikram.
Yep.
The world now is borderless, and that's the amazing thing. We can reach out to anybody we want. We are not alone, but the power of coming together, that would be amazing.
Together, everyone achieve more, and together the power is way stronger. And also not just that encouragement, however, it's also pulling through the solo times and the lonely times that we spoke about last week.
Right. Andrea, let's talk about the knowledge. What's the light bulb sales on the knowledge?
Okay, knowledge changes your fate. At current, I would believe that our sales skills and mindset changes our destiny.
Can you repeat that slowly again?
Knowledge changes your fate. And this famous statement is actually stated by Li Ka-shing.
Actually, the richest man in Hong Kong.
Yep. And sales skills and mindset are the ones that probably change your destiny right now.
And everything, the bottom line, the underlying principles are all about sales. I want to share also a bit about knowledge, because being in this training for the past 18 years, when I come across sometimes participants who are just unable to make that change, or sometimes it's like certain things are very clear. I thought it was very clear, but it's still like, I thought it was a no-brainer. It's something that you need to change and do. But for some, it's like, why do I need to change, or what I need to do? And I realized there's this word, mentality. Mentality. After all going around many years, mentality is equivalent to the knowledge and the experience that one have. And that's why knowledge is so important.
And I have the good news for you, Claire. The good news is at Sales Wiring Specialist, it is not the 8 sessions, 4 weeks program that's it, that ends there at the end of that 8 session. It is actually that continuous rewiring of that constant change of that mindset to always be able to accept new things, adaptation, and staying agile and ahead.
Right. And the other part is, last week we spoke about wherever you are in your life right now, okay? You could be maybe you have gone through a very tough challenge, you are at ground level, or you're at zero, or you're at negative, or you're at your highest peak. Okay? When you come on board in our community, we can share experiences, because time is short, I would say, meaning that if you are just going to be on our own, starting again, starting to open our books and starting to read, because honestly, I'm also still studying. I'm still doing my certified professional marketer, but nothing like the application of the sustainability that we are planning for all of you after the 1 month. What do you call that, Andrea?
Well, the thing is that we would have more sustainability program after the first month in order to constantly look at that retooling and that upskilling.
Let me admit to you, if I didn't have this session of like retooling of a subscription model, I can easily go back into our comfort zone, easily, even though as much gung-ho and as much excited I am about sales to go out, but it's very easy to get up early in the morning and say, why do I need to make that sales call to that referral? Or why do I need to send that email? So you need that environment, the spirit, the energy that comes together. It's amazing, the momentum that builds up.
Claire, before I could read out the question, you answered that question. Fen asked this question. How do we motivate ourselves in sales as there's so much highs and lows? Okay, please rewind your answer, Claire.
Fern, how do we motivate ourselves in sales as so much highs and lows?
Okay, I'll explain that. So after the first week, the first month of sales wiring specialist, which is across 4 weeks, 8 sessions, there will be a subscription model of which is a constant retooling, rewiring that continuously pick up things, including the motivation, because there's also peer learning happening and it's a community support in there.
And I was going to say, like Andrea, if I ask you, how often do you bathe?
Every day.
Every
3
day.
times a day.
Okay,
4 times a
Malaysians,
day.
okay, Malaysians, okay, every day. So it's like motivation. Some people think, right, that they go for let's go to Anthony Robbins, I go live, I get excited, all right, I'm all set, people, gonna whoa, and then the next morning, maybe a few days later, they wake up, and then it's like, ah. So I went through that, and it's no joke. So let's admit, okay, it's not something we give you injection, okay, injection, sales injection, fun, and then boom, you're all out. But it's something, that's the secret, if we know that it's a daily thing, that's why we need to have this subscription model or a community that helps in the sustainability part. Yeah, especially business owners. It's lonely. You're alone. Why you're the boss? You can't be going to your people, I feel so down, I don't know how. Because you want them motivated, right?
Fun, what we practice here is improve 1% every day, and that makes 365% a year.
Yeah, talk about a 1%.
Yeah. So what we do here is that with the monitoring as well as that constant tracking and retooling and rewiring, that's where each and every one, including ourselves, actually improve that 1% every single day. Of course, that 1% is also anchored upon the rituals as well as habits.
Yes, rituals and habits. How is a habit being formed?
By you willing to do whatever it takes.
At least minimum, it starts with 3 weeks.
21 days.
So that is why, and anything that we do is a conscious effort. Conscious effort.
Yep.
It's been proven. Yeah.
And if you check all my previous Facebook posting, I'm probably one that advocates the 5 a.m. club.
Yeah. Share with us more of 5 a.m. club.
So 5 a.m. club works on the theory of 20 minutes of meditation, 20 minutes of exercise, and 20 minutes of self-learning. So on a constant and conscious decision that starts at 5 a.m. in the morning.
How does that make you feel?
Very fresh. I have my me time. I visualize my day. So it's like if I were to perform a concert, I need to rehearse that. And that's like a rehearsal of the mind every single day before I walked out of the door, before I turn on the computer. So I get a lot more done. And with the end in mind, because that is the timing that I take to actually constantly remind myself of my mission as well.
And there's this saying that, it starts with the mind. Like you start the day preparing yourself. Because if you are preparing correctly, if you're winning in your mind, you will win outside the tough world as we get out of our home.
Yep.
And real life begins.
Yep. So I start with why. So I know my why, and that's the destination that I put into that Grab app if I need to put the destination. So I have the end in mind. And
Yeah.
whatever I choose to do, or even in making decision, I believe Claire shared with me a decision making that she made today, and learning to say the word no. It is after a conscious decision of knowing what's her end in mind. Perhaps Claire, you want to share a little bit more on that?
Yeah. I think for me, the challenge was sometimes to make certain business decisions, because I thought that, okay, I've been in this 18 years, how can I let go something I've been doing for the past 18 years, and all this, the underlying is all about sales. But in order for the new to come in, now that I'm talking about wiring, rewiring, honestly, I'm also rewiring. We're all rewiring. None of us is perfect. We have to rewire every day, because in the next 20 years, right, Andrea? In the next 20 years, at least 40% of the jobs are irrelevant. And what are new jobs? We create them. So that makes me think, so why should I hang on to something that doesn't give me much satisfaction? Because insanity is expecting different results, doing the same thing again and again and again. And honestly, Andrea, I know that quotation, but easy to know. But it's another thing to do, to make a conscious decision to say no to certain things that could be dragging you down, and focus on the bigger things, and then you can move the different levels. So it's really not easy, but I believe with the support of the community, of the wisdom in the group, we don't have sometimes having conversations after launching Sales Wiring, having conversations with Andrea and with the community out here. I begin to think for myself, because when you start to have that conversation, not only with your friends, but then you start having with your mind, and that will help you. That will enhance your decision making, and decisions shape your future. Yeah, so I love that.
It's what you decide to do today that makes a difference in what's going to happen in the next 3, 5, 10, 20 years.
Andrea, you talk about taking charge, being in the driver's seat. Maybe you want to share more.
Yep. So besides the fact that you have put a destination onto the navigator, you have to take charge of where you're heading as well. So in terms of both the skill sets, the tool sets, and the mindsets, that comes all hand in hand. How far are you gonna go in terms of understanding how the social media works in order to become a thought leader or an influencer in your own space, for example? Yeah. How do you put yourself in the driver's seat in that business that you're in? Yep.
Today I was reading about work ethic, and the one person I really admire, it will be Elon Musk. And an interview was done, and he says, if everyone, the majority, we are working 40 hours a week. But if you want to work like the rest of 40 hours a week, then you are just the same. His work ethic is that, he can work up to 90 hours. And so when you work 90 hours, the more that you put in, of course, you then acquire more knowledge, number one. You have opportunities, you have more experience, and you will achieve, you are talking about, you are competing and you are comparing someone who works 40 hours a week, and you are doing almost double. You could have achieved it in a shorter time. Work ethic, and because I look at myself, I know we say work smart, but you know what? You have to work hard.
Yep. And if you're talking about working hard, I don't think any one of us would defeat this lady by the name of Carmen Del Orifice. She is the American supermodel and actress, and she is currently age 89.
8, 9.
Supermodel at this age.
Oh, tell me more about her. Wow, 89.
Very, very interesting. She's known in this field since very, very young. She's gone through very tough life, 3 marriages, went through ups and downs, 2 bankruptcies, and she kept going. At the age of 15, she was already the cover girl for Vogue magazine.
15.
And her daily motto is to enjoy herself at no one else's expense. That's very powerful word.
That means it sounds like do not expect anything from anyone. Something like that.
Yep.
There's a lot of time when you start to expect, you do something and you expect this, you expect that, you expect praises, you expect thank you, and you just be hurting yourself.
Yep. Yep. And she's known within the fashion industry for being the world's oldest working model. Wow. When I saw her YouTube, it's like amazing lady, powerhouse. Gentle looking yet very, very strong mindset to have pulled through her marriage situations as well as her bankruptcy situations.
Talking about 89. You know, when you have something to look forward to in your life, a bigger goal than you, irrespective of your age, you can live, I believe you can live happier, can live longer.
Yep.
So someone asked me, when is your retirement age? I said, retirement? I don't think I want to retire. What's retirement? You know?
I asked you that question, and your answer was never.
Never. Elon Musk, they asked him because they said to him, you have so many failures, you know. And he says, are you going to give up? And he said, until I die, I'm just going to go on. I mean, what is life? What is retirement? And that's why we need to rewire, but to enjoy the journey, what we do. Something don't work, we shift, we change, we adapt, move on. Don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Have a purpose bigger than yourself.
And the best part of being in business these days is you can have a virtual business seated right in your living room.
Right.
Don't have to worry about the travels. You don't have to worry too much about, especially for being in the training and coaching field, is the long hours that we spend.
Things are changing.
Yep, indeed.
The good thing that came out of this pandemic. Andrea, let's talk about the good things
Oh,
for you.
I love this topic. Thank you for asking. The world is literally flat now. Literally. Why I say so is because Claire, I didn't get to know you before the pandemic. So if you know me before pandemic, you'll probably think that, hey, I'm someone who misses out a bit of your life once in a while because I used to travel about 5 to 10 days every single month out of my home, out of the country. And that has become quite a yes and no situation, that meaning that I would want a bit more time being at home as well with the kids growing up. Of course, I love my participants, I love my students, I love my work, love what I do. It's just that how do I keep that balance? And having the world being flat is the most beautiful thing, because virtually it's so acceptable now to be on Zoom for meetings, for trainings, for coaching and sharing, and etc. etc. etc.
Right.
Yep.
And that's why being in sales today is the best time.
And even to even add on to that, this pandemic has brought collaboration across Singapore, Hong Kong, China, Thailand, Indonesia, Laos, Myanmar, names that I've always dreamt about, however, never ever reached enough, because with one or two traveling a month, it's already filling up too much of my schedule. These days, I can travel to a couple of different countries within a Zoom call.
Andrea, let me share with you something happy happened today. I've not shared with anyone yet. Firstly, today is my dad's birthday. He's turned 78.
Happy
Secondly,
birthday.
yeah. Secondly, I actually created, I think it was about 5 years back, Smart Life Skills. Something that's very close to my heart for kids, for children, because one day I'll share my story, how I turn around. And I've always had this mental block, like, how am I going to do it? I don't have a physical space, or it's expensive, this and that is limited, blah blah blah, and people tell me, don't worry about who's going to pay you, you should go for the corporates, the high end, not the parents. Yeah. But today was the day that I registered with my another partner in the education line. We actually started the Youth Empowerment Academy. And like what you say, Andrea, it's flat, meaning that now, we can plan for the world. There is no limit, because what's limiting us is this 2 years. And it's okay, because it took me so many years to come up. You see, what I'm sharing with you is not like something like, Eureka, I got it many years ago, but it took me so many years. But the good news is you don't have to wait so long, because you can learn from our experiences, our journey.
Yep.
And that's the best part. And all of us can come in here flat, irrespective where you are.
Yes. Irrespective of levels or income, or even things like where you are, as long as you could have a data plan and log in to our channel or Zoom,
Yes.
we welcome you.
And I've always loved sales. I love to sell ice to Eskimo. And then I met you, Andrea, during this time. I mean, it's amazing. It's not easy to find like-minded people. Because when we say sales, sales, don't come near me. I don't do sales, sorry. Then what you do? I do up things lah, business development, management things, planning.
Leadership.
Yeah. Then that's why we believe that's why we gotta come in for sales. It's time to wire everyone's brain that sales is it.
And for those that are not familiar with the training and learning and development industry, to put two people of the same topic together is a never done thing. No, it's like, nope, that's not how we want to do it. And this round, we are bringing the two of us together in this program for you. And we truly believe in the power of two.
Two being sent out. Power of two. Because 1 + 1 is not equal to
1 + 1 is infinity.
And I look forward, really to sales wiring specialists. And until I get involved in sales wiring, then only my brain can also be wired. All of us is a daily thing. So I personally want to be 1% better today than yesterday. 1% better today than yesterday.
And I commit myself to do exactly the same as well, to grow with you that 1% every day.
Right. Andrea, tell them the special price that we are giving them.
So for sales wiring specialist program, it's going to be a 1-month program, 8 sessions across 4 weeks. That means twice a week at a very, very, very special price of 188. Yep, 55.
Ringgit Malaysia 188, because I know we have here people from Australia, from Nepal, they all work in US dollars. So US dollars, how much is that? 188.
Okay, let's do the US dollars. We need Annie here. Annie, you can tell us that answer.
It was 40.
45.
45 US dollar.
Yep.
And someone asked me, okay, that's one off, I can pay. I said, it's not one off, it's 8 sessions. Huh? So 45 divided by 8 sessions?
We have 23.50 in ringgit, and it's less than the cost of your Starbucks. So it's $5.60.
That's not even treating me. That's paying for your own meal. That we're going out for a
You're just buying one single Starbucks for yourself. That's it.
Why are we doing this? Because we want to build a community of game changers. So we'd like to invite you to join us, make a difference, grow with us.
Grow with us and make that income, that influence, and that impact to your community and for yourself.
Yeah, and what income? It depends on you. No worries. Slowly, some of you want this income, that income, whatever. It's
Sky is your
expand it.
limit.
Sky's the limit. That's the best part about sales. Oh yes, and by the way, the jobs that the top 10 jobs
Yeah.
that will be the future jobs. I think almost eight of the jobs, the future jobs are all into IT, right? And digital. But there's one called business development
Professionals,
professionals.
which is what we are doing now. Your sales role. So
Sales
if you're not a IT expert, neither are you in the technical of being a computer science expert, there's still one more area that you can excel in.
and the
There's
best
still
part,
hope.
yeah, there's still hope. And sales is something you can learn. It's not like you're born with it. You can pick it up. And what pushes you, right? What drives you to be in the driver's seat is what Andrea mentioned is the why. WHY. That will make you wake up in the morning, get dressed, maybe just change your top shirt. I don't know, maybe go on Zoom or to go and do the uncomfortable things that we need to do. So if I ask you a question, are you comfortable or uncomfortable? If you tell me, oh, I'm very, very comfortable, then watch out. Watch out for the waves
Watch out if you are uncomfortable.
that will just come.
Yeah,
So we think
that's
about
the
it.
place that you don't want to be at the moment. Or never. You won't want to be comfortable. Complacent and comfortable is a very dangerous place or word to be in.
So if you know of a friend or a business owner that needs support, sometimes it could be just a conversation, an aha moment by just sharing. That's to have their voices being listened to. You can just shift someone to the next level. So do them a favor. Tell them about sales wiring specialists.
Tell them, or even if you want to give them as a gift, this would be a wonderful gift for them to start off and get ahead.
By the way, it's wired guarantee, meaning after you paid, you didn't get anything, give you back your money. Wired guarantee.
Yep.
A gift to the world. So excited.
So if you're interested, drop me a messenger, or you can drop me a comment on the post itself, and then I'll be in touch with you all. You could also drop a message on Claire's Facebook. That will also get through to us.
Okay, so we promise it's only 30 minutes.
Yep, and then we've got to go, and we come back on Wednesday.
So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're starting our program in middle of November, mid-November.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Have a good evening, everybody, and see you on Wednesday. If you have any more questions or topics that you'd like us to cover, continue to drop us a comment, and we'll reply you in the next session.
Thank you then. Bye. Take care.
Stay safe.
Stay safe, stay bold, stay alive, stay wired.